Okay, welcome YouTube. It's July 8th, 2017, EverGreenCoin Community Meeting and Hangout. We have Frosty from Norway and Mike and Bo here in the States with me so far on the call. I'm not sure if more people are going to be joining here soon, but it's almost half past the hour, so figured we'd go ahead and start. Let's see. Where to start? Oh, well, I guess we should start at what everyone might be concerned about is the price has taken a pretty substantial hit the past 48 hours, I guess. But cryptocurrency is a very volatile market. Wait till tomorrow when you wake up and it's back up. I have no direct control over price, so little can be done about that from my all I can do is just keep on keeping on. Let's see, the Twitter campaign, that's been doing pretty good. I think we've had like 5 or 6 participants. Oh, Bo.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday on the website, there were some people asking questions, and it looks like they were speaking in Vietnamese. I didn't bother translating because I saw you already had responded.
Yeah.
Was that talk about the Twitter campaign?
I had one guy he wanted to know what I think I was talking to Frosty about this earlier, and I'm hoping they're not duped because most of them were coming in and thinking that because they registered, they were getting free EverGreenCoin and a free address, which, I mean, the address is free, but without downloading. So he wanted to know how to earn them or how to get them for free. I told him the faucet, and I showed him the Twitter campaign, but most of them were asking how to get free EverGreenCoin.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I was looking at Google Analytics for the site last night, and yeah, something like 80% of the traffic was coming from Vietnam. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, and a lot of them did join. I mean, Christ, I think we had like 40 or 50 new people join yesterday. A lot.
Yeah, 40.
I think we have we have more people on the website now than we have on the Facebook group. Actually, so that's might be a milestone of some sort. Yeah, and Frosty's saying all markets are down. Yeah, so.
Yeah, there's more on the website than the group now.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's a good sign. Yeah. When Facebook starts charging us for the group or something like that, we won't need it.
Just move to Steam it.
Right.
Yeah. Smooth communicate, right?
Yeah. Move out, drop fire.
That's it.
Thought Raphael would be here today. Let's see. Everyone shows up an hour late anyway, so.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so hard to start this. But anyway, so I did have some good testing going on with my solar staker. Oh, and on that note, Mike, I have a bone to pick with you. Yes, I did have those solar panels wired correctly. I did want to double the voltage. In fact, I wanted to quadruple the voltage.
For the charge?
Yes. Because those were only 0.5 volt or something like that. No, they're 2.5 volt. Or no, wait. I needed to get it up to 12 volt is the reasoning why I needed to do that. So yes, they were wired correctly for what I was trying to do. But once again, I've moved from those panels anyway. And now
right. It wasn't that you had them wasn't the wired, it was the impedance matching, man. That's all. It's a military term, dude. I can't describe it to you. It's almost like
no, I needed the voltage. I didn't need to double the amperage. I needed to double the voltage. So I had them wired correctly.
Okay.
but it doesn't matter because I moved from those panels anyway to use a bigger panel. I did have that positioned pointing south a few nights this week, a few days and nights, obviously. And that was working very good. I was keeping the voltage rate at 12, a little bit, 11.9 to 12 anyway. With the sunshine that I was getting. And that worked for a few days, but then one night a raccoon got at it and tore it up a little bit for me. So I had to, because I didn't have, I don't have anything. The wires are just kind of very loose, They're just kind of hodgepodge together. Well, it's a little better than a hodgepodge, but anyway, so it got tore apart a little bit, but I rewired it this morning. And have it back up and running. So those tests are going pretty good. Hopefully this is a precursor to alpha units. There's been a few people in the community that have talked to me that would be interested in testing the alpha units. So details will be coming about those soon. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to distribute the alpha units, but I have to work out all those details on that, and the hardware, the panels, the batteries, and everything for them. But details will be coming on that soon. And at least get some alpha units out there. Even if they're UK, Mike had mentioned even just getting a group here in Northern America to test alpha units. And I mean, Bo, did you ever have any luck with that chip?
No,
Okay.
I couldn't find. I tried doing the update, and I still couldn't find. I don't even remember what it was called now, but I still couldn't.
Okay, no.
That stuff was, yeah.
But at some point we might have to grind down on that and get it nailed out, and some solar panels hooked up to that, and you might become an alpha tester.
Okay.
As well.
I got the solar panels. So it'll be good.
You do or you don't have solar panels?
I do have solar panels, so good on that.
Good. Very good.
Actually, this camper I'm in right now is all solar.
Oh, really? Well, sweet.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's pretty cool.
I just can't use the AC.
Oh. Yeah, but still, that's neat. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, the Twitter campaign's been doing pretty good. That's and Google Analytics says it is working. We are getting traffic, more traffic directly from Twitter, so that has worked. The Bitcoin Talk signature campaign. Let's see, Frosty and we want to get the update the price. We're gonna double the payout, or basically return it to what we originally had. I think the budget was 1,000 a week would have been the breakdown, I believe, if memory serves. But we're gonna go ahead and do that this weekend, before tomorrow, or tomorrow or before tomorrow, and start the week on Sunday with, and maybe if possible, Frosty, if I can get that image from you, a revamp of that image, possibly even do that today. Thank you. And I don't know, how does everyone feel about opening that up for us to participate in? Like, I have, I maintain the EverGreenCoin Bitcoin Talk user, but I also have my own personal account. How does everyone feel about opening that up for?
That's fine. I'll do it for free. Just give me all the tasks.
I know everyone's wanting to do it for free, and I'm doing it for free, and Frosty's doing it for free. Abby's doing it for free. I think Joe's doing it for free. He refused to get paid. Okay, well, if that's the case, then okay. It's just a thought that I had entertained. Let's see. Sorry, someone asked for the link in IRC real quick, which it should have been relayed by the Slack bot, and I think it was, but someone asked for it again, so. Okay, so Frosty has an idea. Please elaborate on this idea, Frosty. Okay, cool. Yeah. Do you have, I mean, you, okay. Okay. So, no problem, Frosty at all. So, I guess the point is Frosty's got some ideas to talk about here, um, other than doubling the payout, like I just mentioned. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. My God, this thing on my lip looks ugly. Anyway.
How's the chick look? They gave it to you.
Yeah.
Oh. No, there is no chick involved. I'm not sure if this was an. I'm not sure if that didn't come from the poison ivy actually, but because I don't think it's a cold sore or nothing like that.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I think it might be a patch of poison ivy that. In fact, I'm sick of looking at it.
Oh, whatever you want to.
What? What's that?
Call it whatever you want to.
Right. Whatever makes me sleep at night, right?
Okay.
I said whatever makes me sleep at night.
Amen.
Okay, so another thing that I don't believe anyone on the call is aware about a little development. I think some of you know that I'm also a developer for CureCoin and involved with the Folding at Home project. In the near future, well, CureCoin has brought this to me. In the near future, there might be some collaboration going on between CureCoin, Folding at Home, and EverGreenCoin. Well, I shouldn't say near future. It probably won't be till later this year, or I mean, but I guess what that translates to is people folding and being compensated with EverGreenCoin. What is folding? Folding is simulating the process by which proteins duplicate. That process is called folding. Scientists run simulations to determine what effect medicines will have on different diseases. And people use their basically Frosty says basically mining for protein cures. Yes, that's exactly right. Mining for medicine, trying to find cures. Unfortunately, I mean there's all kinds of political debate on what happens with those cures once they're found. You know, if big pharma just charges people too much for whatever medicine gets found or whatever, but I won't get into that. The point is, there might be some collaboration in the near future, or in the future. Let's see, and we have Darth joining us. Hi, Darth. Thanks for joining us. I don't think Darth has joined before, so I'm not sure where he's from. Hi, Darth. He's in group chat, so he sees us. Awesome. Yeah, so and you know we're pure proof of stake now, and a lot of the community member have these GPUs that they could, in a roundabout way, they could start mining EverGreenCoin, POW mining, proof of work mining, not proof of stake mining. So they could put all that hardware to use and be compensated with EverGreenCoin. So that's awesome. And you know, CureCoin's a very in Folding at Home, a very humanitarian project as well, and I mean, I guess I'm curious to any feedback about that. I think that's a great idea, and would be awesome exposure for EverGreenCoin. It's a very like-minded project, I guess, if you will, or whatnot. So that's been a recent development on my front here, anyway. Okay, Darth has no voice or video. That's fine, Darth. Can you hear us? Okay, though, Darth. Good. Okay, great. Yeah, you don't need a mic necessarily yourself. But if you have any questions, Darth, shoot them in the group chat right there, and I'll see them and address it for you for sure. We had just gone over. Oh, we got Kyle joining us. Hi, Kyle. People are starting to trickle in. All right. Yeah, there is a lot of things behind this that I have to work out with, with Stanford, folding at home, and CureCoin. But I think it's a very good thing for EverGreenCoin.
About Stanford?
Folding at home is done by Stanford University. Stanford University is the one that maintains the folding at home, passes out all the work for folders, which could be it's kind of like a miner. You're mining with your GPU or CPU, but it's really, really easy. I mean, just visit folding.stanford.edu. I mean, you can start folding from within your web browser. It's pretty much pretty simple. You just click start folding.
I have no doubt it's an honorable cause, man. Just
yeah, right.
Cautioning you to the snake that you're letting into the pit, man.
What pit? What do you mean?
Where's Stanford get all of its money from, man?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I did say, if you remember, I did say there's all kinds of political angles on this that.
No, I know.
We got to put blinders on and try to realize and look at the good that this thing could create.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. I understand. The humanitarian side. I that's why that's a coin, right?
Yes. I mean,
right.
it's a bit different because CureCoin's like 80% pre-mined. Folding, there's other coins involved. There's folding coin, but that's a counterparty token. That's 100% pre-mined. But both.
No, I get it, man. I'm not arguing the analytics. It does come down to
trying to help people, right?
Right. That's where. That's how it happens, man. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Well, I mean, and when you fold, you can fold for specific cures if you want, or diseases. Fold the medicine, fold the protein of specific diseases. You guys might remember from the last few weeks, my grandmother passed. She passed from Alzheimer's. I specifically do fold for Alzheimer's because of my grandmother. Hopefully, I can help find a cure before my mother is in a similar situation as my grandmother was, or myself, for that matter.
Right. Good.
So let's see. There is some big web server changes going on this month. Hopefully there'll be no outages and no one will even notice. There should not be any outages, and no one should even notice. But just to keep the community aware of that.
Now, that's the best thing when you don't know something's happening, and it does.
Right.
Takes care of itself.
Right. So let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. Well, I think that's everything that I really had in my notes to go over. Bo, I know you have some stuff you want to go over too. You with us, Bo? Can you guys hear me?
Sorry about that, guys. I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
All right. We talked about doing a page for bounties last week. That's on the site now.
Right. Yep.
You can find it under communities, and we'll update that. You want to talk about the crowd funds, or?
Yeah. Okay. We started 2 crowd funds last night. One for the companion app for the Android application. To reiterate, what that does is that's going to make things easier for users that do not have their device rooted. It'll make it easier for them to make backups of the wallet.dat file. Make it easier for them to make backups and migrate the coins if they want to move them to another wallet, a desktop wallet, for example, or during an upgrade, perhaps. So we started that last night. We need $300 of BTC to pay the Android developer for that. And let's see, what was the other one here?
It was for the new shirts that we had talked about.
T-shirt design, yes. Okay, yes. In previous weeks, we've talked about, we give away these T-shirts, and we're wanting to start doing that monthly. But they're EverGreenCoin cannabis T-shirts, and they have a marijuana leaf on it. So what we want to do is get another design made, have a small stock of those as well, and when someone wins, give them the option of either the EverGreenCoin cannabis or this forthcoming new design, so they don't necessarily have to support marijuana if they don't want to, or if they can't. So what we want to do is get designs from the community. There's more than a few artists in the community that will make designs and submit them. We'll select the winner the end of the month. That winner will get a free shirt once the run is complete. Once we have the shirts, I'll mail a free shirt to the person who designed the winning design that we select. So the crowd fund specifically is to get the money to make that first run. Which last night, though, I put the target price at 500. We might need to adjust that, either plus or minus, depending on the number of shirts we're gonna order. Of course, I want to get more than 10. I want to have a little bit of a stock. Especially if we're doing this every month.
Right.
But we'll have to see how much funding we can raise before the end of the month. My thought is on, I believe, the 28th. No, the 29th will be the last meeting of this month. We'll select the winner on the 29th, and then on the 31st, we can go ahead and make the order for them. So the crowd fund ends on the 31st. The submissions for the design, we need those by the 29th. So hopefully that's plenty enough time for all the artists in the community to whip up some idea they would like. I guess the only stipulation is please do not make it cannabis related. You know, we want this one to not be cannabis for specific reason. Oh yes, yes, and
That was about cannabis, man. It was about liberty.
on another note, thank you both for reminding me. On another note, Raphael has made a couple instructional videos. Those are on the EverGreenCoin playlist. I made a new playlist of instructional videos. He made a couple of for us. I did pay him. The foundation did pay him a very small bounty for his time, but he is making more. So hopefully, he'll find time to do so whenever, you know. Let's see. He did one in English, and I believe the other one was it Portuguese?
Portuguese.
Yeah. Okay. So we got and those are out on YouTube. In that playlist, like I told you. And we've also added them to the website as well. He did a really good job. English is not his first language, I guess, but he spoke very well as far as I'm concerned. I could understand it perfectly.
Mm-hmm. All right. Me and Mike worked on a proposal yesterday, and he knew he sent it out. I'm not sure if he sent it out yet. No, he sent one of them out.
Yes, I did. I sent it out.
Okay.
I sent it out last time.
Here I posted their website. They're called Veterans for Child Rescue, and they're creating a documentary that's about pedophilia and child human trafficking. So if they're going to work, I already donated 10,000 Evergreen coins to them. So to help, because what had happened is I know Steve and Mike have watched the video, but they've got all this funding via PayPal, and PayPal is saying they can't use the money for 6 months now.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so I donated some Evergreen coin to them, and we offered some help if they want to use cryptocurrency in general.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's awesome. And we can. I mean, I guess at some point it'd be nice to have a crowdfund for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we can,
definitely.
as far as staking for soldiers, we do Team Red, White, and Blue, and we're helping these guys out. They can find these causes in the directory.
Awesome.
It gives people that were trained to find people a cause in life, and those are really assholes that need to go away.
Yeah. These guys are out of Tucson in Arizona, and it's the county me and Mike are from. Arizona Mike are from is there's been a lot of corruption lately. They've found a lot of stuff, so
oh wow.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to jump on this, help them out a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, I think a lot of the community would want to help too, including myself. So, yeah. Alberto, welcome to the call, Alberto.
Hello, Alberto.
And Albert's in Germany, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
I need to switch my PC.
So you're like an hour late, Albert. I'm gonna start calling people out. I'm gonna start calling people out for being late. No, I know. Everyone's in different time zones, and it's. I mean, it's. If it was up to me, I would have this meeting at like midnight, just because I'm pretty much nocturnal. So this is.
I know. I come late all the time, but no disrespect intended. I do what I can, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. We had someone else here too.
Peter's Slavista from Slack.
Awesome. Welcome, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
We're getting the full house here, guys.
Yeah.
Nice. It's great. So let's see. Does I mean, I think. Is there any feedback from or about the involvement with Folding at Home, the T-shirts, those crowd funds, the Android? Albert, I know you had. I know you're concerned about the Android app very much. We did launch the crowd fund for the campaign to buy the companion app. We did launch that last night. This is really the only solution. We have to operate within the confines of the Android device itself. So this is why this companion app would be needed to do file access things that would need normally a rooted device.
Yeah, that's the problem. To back up, to load your backup without root device.
Yes, it's to help. It's to help with the wallet.dat file. Yes, to back up or restore, or for that matter, if you want to move it to a different device. But you know, I'll still continue to tell people, you know, the easiest way if you're gonna move it to the device is just to send it. If you're upgrading the device and it might be
Yeah, I do think right.
you know, it might just be easier if you're upgrading the device. It might just be easier to send the coins to an exchange, Bittrex, a trusted exchange like Bittrex, and then upgrade the device, and then just send them back, or send
I
them
sent them to hot wallet and sent them back.
yeah, or send them to your desktop wallet or anything like that. That's really the easiest and easiest to comprehend way to do that. But this companion app at least will have some different options, trying to support the Android user as best as possible within the confines of the software and the device. Oh, Albert's on here twice.
Oh, there he goes.
There's an imposter, Albert.
Hey, I missed the folding conversation.
Okay.
I get a quick.
Yeah, sure, Kyle. I don't know if you know, I'm involved with many cryptocurrency projects, one of which is CureCoin.
All right.
And CureCoin is used as a compensation for folding, for simulating protein folding for scientists to test different medicines and the reaction they would have on protein.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I understand that part. I'll just miss the part where it's associated with the Evergreen here.
This is I guess kind of new news. Yes, as of this meeting, this is new news. Do expect in the future some collaboration with CureCoin and the CureCoin team, which I am part of the CureCoin team, but the rest of the team came to me and does want to work with other coins, one of which is EverGreenCoin. It will need some forking and lots of coding. No, it needs absolutely nothing, Frosty. Not from the blockchain perspective. No.
No, it sounds like probably a good idea to have some associated. It's called what, cause coins maybe or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing wrong with friends out there, you know.
Right. So what you could do is you could simulate this folding on your computer with either your CPU or GPUs, and get compensated for that with EverGreenCoin. So in a way, I mean, we have a lot of miners in the community, cryptocurrency miners, myself included, that have a lot of GPUs and a lot of hashing power that we can't necessarily easily directly mine EverGreenCoin because our proof of work phase has ended and we're completely proof of stake now. But now you could not only, or when we do this in the future, you could not only be helping a very good cause, you could be helping a very good cause. You could be helping the folding at home, Stanford University, the scientists that use this data that is collected, and you could be helping EverGreenCoin at the same time. I don't know if I don't know if we'll be folding on a different team. Folders fold on teams. Currently, I fold on the CureCoin team. The CureCoin team is one of the largest teams. We might make our own team to fold. I'm sure folding at home would have no problem with either situation. I mean, and I don't mean to make confusion there. Just because we fold for their team doesn't mean we need to get compensated with CureCoin. We can fold for the CureCoin team and get compensated in EverGreenCoin, or we can make our own team if we so desire. But the details of that are still being very much worked on. This is down the road a bit.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I support all the human stuff, man. You know, like trying to make people better and everything. And I mean, this is the crack in how it gets in. Okay, the association with Stanford is great. It puts a lot of people together and the right people to do the right things, right?
Right.
But Stanford is funded by the federal government of the United States.
Yes.
Okay, so now all of a sudden your personal property and your liberty here, right? That is here for a reason, because the dollar's devalued, is all of a sudden now going to be associated with the federal government. And that's the only concern I have. I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later, man. But I'm telling you, this is the end that you're creating and allowing it to happen by doing this.
By folding?
And that's my 2 cents.
Wait, by
just associating yourself with Stanford, with the university. That's the end, man. Those things are all held together by fiat money. They're all held together by fiat, and that's the end. That's how they'll manipulate us to do what we think's right for humanity, but shows ourselves over in the long run. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, I mean, I do have personal concerns about the whole thing too. Specifically, what happens when we find a cure and that data gets, essentially given to Big Pharma, and they charge people an arm and a leg for that cure that we found. So yeah, there's things that there's touchy things on the subject. Yes, I'm not denying that, but the greater good, I guess, is the thought.
Wasn't that Hillary Clinton's motto?
I think the greater good was Jill Stein's.
Jill Stein, okay.
Stronger together. Hillary Clinton's
right.
Motto was
stronger together.
Right, or something, right? Or fear Trump. I think her motto was fear Trump.
Yeah. I think both their mottos were that. I'm not Trump and I'm not Hillary.
Right, exactly. Lesser of two evils, right? Yeah.
I do share Mike's concern on selling out to academia, because I mean, there's a patent for the cure for cancer that's been on Google for 10 years.
Right.
But that's marijuana. So I mean, but that's banned, and I'm sure Stanford will put out studies saying that marijuana is bad for you.
Well, hopefully that changes in the future, and if we're not trying to change it, it won't change itself. So
I agree with you in principle on that statement. I just think that you need to push from a different angle, sir. Respectively. That's all.
Well, we are a cryptocurrency, so we do have to. I mean, EverGreenCoin. I mean, there is a difference between EverGreenCoin and myself. Yes. So in these calls, I do have to speak as EverGreenCoin, not Steven Saxton. I mean, there's gray area where I don't want to. I put it this way, Mike. I don't want to insult any EverGreenCoin holder with my political view.
I'm not insulting anybody, man. I'm
No,
saying
you're
you're
not,
trying to
no.
do the right thing, but you're letting. This is where the snake comes in. I'm saying, hey, you're opening the gate. There it is. And once that gate's open, man, you can't shut it. You can't.
We can stop.
It grows
We can
like
stop.
a
We can stop
slow-
paying people to fold. We can stop paying people EverGreenCoin to fold anytime we want.
You can stop them, but it's still going to be there. I mean, just because the OSS went away doesn't mean the CIA doesn't exist right now. It's the same damn thing. Social Security used to be people in the neighborhoods helping people out, but we were too much assholes, so the government had to do it for everybody.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
That's where I want to go back to, man. I want to go back to where somebody comes over to my house and I give him the peppers I got because I got 2 minutes, and he says,
Yeah.
"That's cool. Well, here's some tomatoes."
I agree. I
That's
agree
where-
completely. And the government should not
And-
get any. And the government should not get any of those tomatoes when I give you
That's
tomatoes.
I don't care about. You know what? If they can have it, they can have a tomato. But I'm telling you, this is how they're going to come take your tomatoes. They're going to tell me this is how they're going to dictate how many tomatoes you have, how many tomatoes you must owe them, and how many tomatoes you're required, so that they can make the right soup for everybody. So everybody has tomatoes.
Right. Well, I do try to keep a little bit of a. I am trying to make EverGreenCoin and the EverGreenCoin Foundation a legal nonprofit. So I do try to not go into politics a whole heck of a lot in regards to EverGreenCoin. I do understand, they very much intertwine, but not everyone in the community is from the United States, and I don't want people to get that wrong impression, I guess.
Okay. No, I get that point too. Understand? No, I'm being respectful to everybody. I understand, but I'm just saying this is it.
I mean,
From my perspective,
Right.
What's Spanish point?
Right.
That's all.
EverGreenCoin will be able to oppose and endorse political candidates once it becomes a nonprofit. So yes, I mean I do want some activity in the political arena, but I don't want people to feel alienated if they don't agree with my view for whatever reason. I think most people would agree, but if there's some EverGreenCoin holder, for example, if there's some EverGreenCoin holder that supports Hillary Clinton and I just insulted them, I apologize for that.
You have the right to support whoever you want, sir. This is not about politics. This is about
and I'm trying to keep that
it's more
divide.
about tradition. It's more about tradition than politics.
Yeah, but
Every country can relate to what I just said. Every country, every person can relate to what I just said.
yeah, right. Yeah, I understand, Mike. You're good, man.
Okay, all right. I don't want to insult anybody. I love everybody.
Right.
I'm just saying, hey,
Right.
proceed with caution. This is the trap.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not going to have, I mean, for us to have a good environmental impact, obviously politics and governments and things are going to bleed into the conversation. I don't think we can get away from that completely.
Sorry. Yeah. This is about control. Sorry. To me. And that's not you control, it's it
Right.
control.
Right. I'm trying to catch up on the group chat here, guys. Sorry. Yeah, crypto. You know, that's one of the founding lessons of Satoshi Nakamoto is there is no borders, and but unfortunately, these laws and everything do have great impact on our environment. So it's hard not to get into politics. Yeah, I understand. Some people, and I apologize to those people that can't relate to this conversation. We got yeah. I apologize for that, Frosty.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. I,
It's hard not
I,
to though. It's hard not to, especially for us here in the states, and you know the majority of the participants are from the states. But I do not want to alienate people in Norway, Germany, or anywhere else in the world at all.
I don't see this as political, guys. I see this as a discussion about Stanford University.
Right. Thank you.
It just
Thank
kind
you.
of swung that way.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of fine hairs you could split about the Stanford University involvement with EverGreenCoin, or but I think the bigger picture is it's a good thing, and it would be good for EverGreenCoin. It would be great exposure for EverGreenCoin. Stanford would have no control over EverGreenCoin. We're not surrendering anything to to Stanford or anything like that. You know. Yeah. Again, it's really hard for us not to be at least talking about politics when we're talking about saving our environment.
we're talking about saving our environment because we're free people.
Right.
That's why we're talking about saving our environment.
Yes. And
At least we
politics.
think we are.
And politics has a big hand in that. So. Okay. What?
Is this the equivalent? Is the groaning and the rustling of paper?
Oh shit! I meant to mute that. Sorry.
Kind of like, is there a topic?
The topics we want. The proposal is for us to align ourselves with a very noble group that do a lot of great things to help save people and give them better quality of life so they have greater life and living. The concern I have was affiliation with Stanford University, and that is because fiat currency funds it, and it gets a lot of grants from the creator of the fiat, and that would be how the fiat would intertwine into the holder and creator of the fiat would have the authority to intertwine amongst us in a herding and shaping operation. In the long term, is what it would be. You just need a start. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
fiat already existed long before EverGreenCoin, so we can't pretend it doesn't exist.
It's not the fiat, sir. It's the creator and the creator of it. I do not fear it, but you need to be aware of it. You understand? There's a reason. That would be one of my reasons, for helping save the environment. Would be to, go out and live off the land and learn to do things like that. I got a garden for the first time in my life, and only because I got sunshine 300 days a year, but it's also 100 degrees every damn day. I got to create shade for it. It's kind of weird and stuff, But I'm doing things like that because I'm trying to become less dependent on it.
Yeah, right. Sustainability, and I agree with that completely.
What I'm asking is that the main topic? Is that the purpose of the hangout here, is to discuss this potential affiliation?
No, the main topic is Evergreen. The main topic is EverGreenCoin. That's just one of the topics that we've touched on today. and
Okay.
the community wanted a little bit more elaboration. I can't really give many details. This only happened like 3 or 4 nights ago, um, which Kiercoin came to me about it, or the rest of the Kiercoin team. I am on the Kiercoin team. I'm on the Sterling Coin team. I'm on the Donation Coin team. I'm on the Burn Cash team. I'm also involved with many other coins as a supporting community member myself. So I'm very active in the crypto space, of course.
Yeah. I know. I'm Brooks.
Oh, Brooks. Okay.
Oh, Brooks. Darth.
That's way different than Darth.
Sorry.
Nice picture, Darth. Yeah, no, so Brooks, great to have you, man. Thanks for joining us. Brooks, for those that don't know, Brooks has been helping me on the development side since before the launch of EverGreenCoin. He's the one that helped me test mine, and he helps a great deal with the block explorers. He's been very valuable to EverGreenCoin even since before launch. So it's great to have you here, Brooks.
It's really nice to finally be able to join in the group chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Already that I haven't recognized?
I'm
No,
sorry.
sir. No, it was nice to meet you, Dark. Or Brooks, sorry.
Yeah, Brooks. Yeah, Brooks. No one likes to use their real name for some reason.
I don't have a Gmail account for Brooks. So, I just kind of have an umbrella account.
Oh, I see. Right.
Dark. Like every Gmail account I have is like owned by or associated with Dart. So when I'm signed in, I'll see if I can join next time as Brooks, just so
Yeah.
everybody doesn't go, "Who's the rock over there?"
No, that's fine. That's fine. Because we got people that Frosty's name isn't Frosty, so we can deal with it. No worries, man. Let's see. Okay, so what else? I think I've touched on everything. Oh, the CO2 emissions. The choose today. I'm still waiting for a response from those guys. So there's no new developments on choose today. And for those that don't know, Choose Today is a company in Norway, I believe they are, that buys CO2 emission credits, if you will, or whatever they're called, so that polluters cannot buy them so easily. To the best of my understanding, that's how it works. I'm not talking about politics, Frosty. I'm talking about Norway. I'm talking about Choose. Politics does have to enter into the conversation. I mean, we're trying to form a non-profit organization. I mean, there is. I'm sorry that it's not applicable to other countries, but it is applicable to EverGreenCoin and your investment.
How much do we want to talk about the gold claim until we get the papers in?
That is up to you, sir.
Okay. I don't want to talk too much about specifics because I know they've done tests and the paperwork for all the legal stuff and everything that they found as far as the gold, silver, and stuff that's out there will be here in a couple days. But for those of you who are here now, EverGreenCoin does have a gold claim now. And it's not like we're going to get rich off of it. It's not like we're going to go mine it like the middle of Arizona and come up with all this gold. It's going to be used for public outreach.
Yeah.
So basically what we'll do is we'll have events where Boy Scouts or Wounded Warriors or other organizations, they can come out to the land and they can hunt for a gold coin that we'll put on the land. Plus they can search for the gold that's already out there. and then it'll be run through the website, so that way we can take it to Evergreen for it and stake it. That way we can actually do events for free, so we can get free, get the Boy Scouts out there for free. Just try to take care of the community as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But as far as the gold value, we should be able to find out what it is depending on the test. So, for example, it's I'm trying to think what the square footage. I think it's 871,000 square feet for 20 acres. So that's what is that divided by 3? I know Mike probably knows.
What's that? Sorry.
871,000 divided by 3.
871,000 is going to be close to 900. It's be close to 900,000 divided by 3. It's 300,000, man.
Okay, so around 300,000 cubic yards just on the first 3 feet of the surface. So if we find 10 grains of gold in that, then the value, I think a grain of gold is about 2.5 cents right now. It'd be valued around, a few $1 million, just the gold and the first few feet of the land. So that's just something to think about. So there will be actual value because there are tests done saying that there's gold, a certain amount of gold there. But we're not getting rich off gold mining. That's what I want to make the biggest thing.
Perfectly clear. Yep. Yeah. So that'll be
go ahead. Sorry.
No, that I was just gonna say that would be awesome. The outreach, that's very exciting. What you got working on there.
Okay.
And it's not
just once we get all the paperwork, I'll say a lot more. I have a bunch of stuff written out. I just don't want to spill too many beans.
Oh, I think everyone can understand that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's some things that we can't divulge on the recording and whatnot. I'm not sure that applies to the transfer of a gold claim for sure. Yeah.
Well, we do have a gold claim, so that is for sure. That is something to be excited about.
Yes. And it'll be the outreach, the promotion that we can get from that, the publicity. I'm not sure if that can even be measured yet, right?
All right. That's all I had on the claim.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with what's being talked. We're back on the. Yeah, we did talk about the signature campaign, Albert. We are doubling the reward back to the 1,000 EGC per week budgeted for it. And that will be happening tonight or tomorrow for Sunday, the start of the week, like we had always talked about for it. Yeah, if you want to see the BB code, quote the post, and the BB code is right there. And then you can copy and paste it. But I don't think I will not be making a new thread for the signature campaign. I'm not breaking all the links that have already been made for it. I don't need to create more work for myself. There's no benefit to pretending it's new or something. Yeah, we're gonna work on that as soon as we can here today. Yes. And when I say we're doubling the reward, actually we're not doubling the reward. We're putting the reward back where we originally were going to put it, but then we reduced it by 50% prior to launching it 4 or 5 weeks ago when we launched it. What we're going to do is return it back to that value. Yeah, well, we have no one participating in the signature campaign, so we need to do something. Exactly. Yeah. Most of the feedback was low pay. And you know, we've debated increasing it for 3 weeks at least now. We are going to go ahead and do it already, and we probably should have done it a while ago. Let's see, the Twitter campaign, you know, it's been successful. It's been working. I've sent 5 or 6 payments for those. There's no reason the signature campaign can't be doing something. We've collected those funds for that purpose, and they should be used for that purpose. I mean, it's great. I appreciate all the community members that have been using the signatures for no reward, and that's much appreciated. Yeah, I'm not talking about people complaining. I'm talking about people participating. We have none. And it's not greed. I mean, we have the budget. We already have the coins sitting there waiting to be used for this purpose. If we can't get them used at the current price, then we need to do something. But on the Twitter campaign note, I would like to start some type of weekly campaign with that as well, inside of the success it's had. I mean, we had over 800 hits yesterday, with 80% of that traffic coming from Twitter. Albert, you can bump the thread anytime you want to, and that's how it gets on page 1. It's showing you in the order of recent activity, recent posts. So if you bump the thread, it'll be on page 1. Yeah. Well, not in your head doesn't row the boat, neither.
Yeah, I saw that today. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I told you a week ago, if you want to design something better, go ahead and do it. A lot of the community members have been spending a lot of time on this, Albert, and I'm not sure that you realize how much time has been spent on it. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks for your time. I don't think there's a problem, Frosty. everything's proceeding as we've been discussing. Oh, he's asking what's the problem. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think that it looks fine. I mean, we've got all the information there. I don't think, but if someone has time to try to do something they feel is better, by all means, have at it. You can quote the original post, and right there's the BB code. You can copy and paste it or do as you want to. I think UK Mike thought that the sign up, we didn't have the sign up form posted in the original post that was made about it. That was added later, but it's there now. So does anyone else have any comments or concerns or questions about the Bitcoin Talk signature campaign?
Nope, whatever we need to do to get it working properly.
Right, right. Yeah, I want to spend those funds for the reason people donated those funds for. So, increasing the price seems to be the
I mean, the price might be worth it in the end. We don't know until people actually do it.
Right. Yeah, it's sitting there doing nothing, really isn't doing nothing, so.
Well, I'm glad it's in there at least, and I'm glad it happened because it gave me a reason to snag one of those, and now I have a signature. I never had one before.
Oh, okay.
So there's some benefit, at least, that might be point. Even sitting there's a benefit. I mean, I'm advertising for you if I post something.
Yeah.
I mean, advertising for us.
Yeah, I think the signatures look very good, actually. Let me catch up on what Albert's typing here.
I post to the 420 Alliance quite often on new developments, so we're on that page.
Yeah, I post
I know
all, I post
they
all
host
over
us.
the place. I post all over the place.
Yeah, they host us on the 420 Alliance, so we're on at least that one too.
Yeah, exactly. I am too. So. Yeah, I don't think anyone's spamming. Yeah, I'm in the mining threads a lot. I'm in various coin threads all the time. So, I mean, with my personal account, not with the EverGreenCoin account, no, but with my personal account, yeah. I'm exposing EverGreenCoin to a lot of people, I'm sure too. And I once again, I appreciate all the community members that have been using the signature. And in fact, I wanted to start paying the community member, but no one wants paid apparently. Which I know everyone just wants to help EverGreenCoin out, which is great.
Some things are a hobby, sir.
Oh, this is no hobby.
No, not for you.
No.
Not for you.
This is way beyond hobby.
Brother, this is the bestest, biggest hobby ever.
Right. Yeah, like
That
Frosty
makes sense.
says, EBC is a lifestyle. Exactly.
Amen.
And that beard is like one hell of a hobby.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to see the same. I'd like to see some. Some fruit from the from what we've collected for the signature campaign. And I do realize we are seeing fruit by the community members that have been using it. Yes. And that fruit was completely free of charge, so I appreciate the community doing that. So Frosty, I guess I am a little bit curious. I know you mine a lot too. Would you put your GPUs folding if you could get compensated for that in EverGreenCoin? Depends on the profitability. Yeah, right. Which I can't give you any numbers on that at this time at all. So. Okay, Albert, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in Slack, man. Have a good day.
And bye, Abby.
Goodbye now.
Well, this is the most tense meeting we've had ever so far.
What? No.
So this.
No, not by a long shot, friend. No. We've had some tense ones. This will probably be, and I don't even think it's tense. I mean, this is just the way it is. I mean, there's no tense about it. A fact is a fact. You know. So there is no tense about it. I mean, there is a little bit of disagreement, I guess, on how much time other people should be doing what other people want, but that's not how it works. We're all volunteers here. No one's paying us, so no one gets to boss us around. Yeah, we're doing what we're doing because we want to, not because we're being paid or not because we're looking for people to dictate our time or anything.
All I'm saying is it's going to happen one day or another, right? And I'm just saying, I'm showing you the day that it is.
What is your problem with Stanford? Please elaborate in simple words for me. What the
When when the fiat currency comes from the federal government that funds that place to keep those doors open, what you are doing is you are opening the doors to the federal government of this freaking slave plantation to come into this coin that right now is pure and is for the environment and for the people.
EverGreenCoin will not be surrendering anything to Stanford, to CureCoin, to Folding Coin, to Folding at Home, to nothing.
What Mike is worried about, and it's kind of my concern too, is I mean, say we start working with Stanford, and Stanford's like EverGreenCoin's good and everything, and they're doing all this stuff, they're helping us out, they're helping us find cures, and say there's something that we do that they don't like, and we say we're not going to change it. Stanford has the power and the money to just fucking annihilate us
because it's backed by
because we're not working for them.
Yeah.
They would not do that to us. I mean, I work with CureCoin. They need us doing what we do. CureCoin, Folding Coin. They need people folding. No, we would be absolutely blessed if Stanford said anything. They're not going to say anything about EverGreenCoin. I guarantee you that, though. They'll never give us free publicity. No.
Free execution is what I'm worried about.
CureCoin's been doing this for 3 years, and they've never gotten any free publicity from Stanford. No.
But what if it's $1,000 a coin? What if one day it's $1,000 a coin? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of power too.
They will not have They will not have any of our coins unless they go buy them. We are not giving nothing to anyone. We are not giving any control of EverGreenCoin to Stanford or any other entity.
But it's sort of the reason why I was pro keeping the British flag a couple weeks ago is that now it's almost like, you know how like most cities out west that have military installations now have Indian casinos.
Okay.
You're creating a vassal for that to exist. It's more legal than it is anything, man. You're creating the condition for it to exist, and once it does, it does.
Guys, can you kind of fill me in a little bit here? What exactly is Stanford or this organization that's offering, and what are they asking for?
Okay, well, Stanford's a prestigious college here in the States.
Yeah, and I know what Stanford is.
Okay, well, they run a project. I think it's run by their School of Nursing or something like that, or School of some specific school there within Stanford University runs a program where they simulate protein folding. And simulating this protein folding helps scientists test what will happen when different medicines are introduced to different diseases, like cancer, for example. So much like proof of work mining, you use your computational power to run these simulations for them. Many people do this free of charge. Some people do it for compensation. That compensation can come by ways of CureCoin or Folding Coin, and possibly in the future, EverGreenCoin.
Okay, so still not totally clear on what they're offering, what they're asking. Are we talking about, like, go ahead.
They're not asking for anything. I mean, they want people to help them run these simulations. Okay, aside from that, there's groups here within cryptocurrency that have started setting up systems where we get a report of how much you've simulated. We do some math to that, and once a week or something, send you a payment for doing that. And let me catch up on the group chat here. No, the EGC blockchain will not be connected to them somehow, no.
So that
There is-
you're
there is
essentially
no- there-
talking about paying people to offer computing power to that project, but paying them in EverGreenCoin.
Yes. In Frosty, there is no technical connection. Simply, like I said, we would get a report. We would get a report from Stanford saying how many of our registered users, how much folding, how much simulation they've done. We do some math to that and send them payment for doing so. We get to
Right.
set. We
Yeah,
get
and
to
you
set the
can
payment.
take them in EverGreenCoin.
We get to set the payment at whatever we want. I mean, they have no control over any of that in regards to EverGreenCoin or the payments or the administration of it. Nothing. That is all ours.
Supporting the project by compensating those people in EverGreenCoin. Okay, so why is that to encourage
No,
distribution of EGC
Frosty,
or
there
what?
is not new coins made on the block. There is no connection to the block. It is plain and simple as what I said, that we would send payment to people that folded. Much like the same way we're sending payment to people that participate in the signature campaign or people that participate in the Twitter campaign, we would be doing the same, but just for a different reason.
Yeah, this is basically sponsorship. You're sponsoring that project by paying people in EGC for supporting it.
Yeah, you could look at it that way, yes.
Now, so I think that's or not a good idea, but in that context, what only name I have for you is D. What D and Bowman's.
Bo, yeah.
I'm not sure what you guys' concerns are. That's,
Yeah, I'm not neither. They got their tinfoil hats on, I think.
Okay, Mike, is it just the affiliation at all of being affiliated with this government-sponsored?
Yeah, I mean they're worried about some affiliate, but there really is, I guess.
I was asking D directly. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, yeah, my concern is that every government anywhere destroys everything it touches. Okay, that's my principle that I stand upon, and then I know it's fact. Okay, by aligning ourselves with Stanford University, you have to understand is that most of these universities, that's a state university for one, so it's funded by California, and it's also, which is funded by the federal government of the United States. The reason cryptocurrency appeals to some people is because it is not fiat currency to which it can be devalued. And
right.
By aligning yourself with the Stanford University and doing these great things for humanity, doing things. It's doing things that if you sound like me, I'm trying not to sound like the guy that doesn't care. I care about everybody. I don't want anybody to get hurt. But I'm saying that this is where the snake comes into the garden. And once the snake comes in, the snake never leaves.
They're not coming into our garden. And I mean,
that serves you. You're being very naive.
Okay, so Steve, it sounds to me like Steve's concern is just in having any kind of affiliation and this government-funded project.
Right.
Although I can,
Which we're becoming an entity ourselves, and we have to. I mean, this is our world.
That's the thing is we should be our own entity. But to be honest, Mike, I think we've lost this one. I think we're outnumbered on this.
No, it's fine. I just want to.
Mike? Do you know?
It's going to happen sooner or later, Steve. I get it.
Mike.
I'm just saying, hey, this is where it's happening at.
Mike, do you know of a different distributed computing network that is trying to find cures for diseases?
Brother, I don't. But here's the deal.
There is none.
How many you pay taxes to fund the university, right? How many folds have you done already? That's the question.
Bowman, I want to point out that I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just trying to understand what the positions are and why. It was a little confusing to me that because it sounds like you can have anything. In fact, if anything, I was confused by why this, because it sounds like it's actually EGC paying for a kind of affiliation by compensating people with their resources. So that was just confusing me, and I wanted to understand why, exactly what everybody was saying why. Now, to be clear somewhat, and I think you're kind of which is you guys are just against affiliation with government-sponsored projects, period, because you don't want the politics of UGC to be corrupted by the politics of.
That's a fair statement, yeah. But I think at the same time we should be our own entity. Like, why can't we, in the future, that's something we can do ourselves. It's just that I think like if say EverGreenCoin's $1,000 coin, however long from now, and it's a big deal, and we're still dealing with Stanford, and Stanford sees the whole big picture of cryptocurrency, and we got all these coins, all these coins are folding, and let's say that they approach us for whatever reason, or there's something that we're doing that they don't like, or they're doing something we don't like. They have that ability, they have the money and the power to destroy the coin through publicity. It's kind of like we're laying next to them. We're not technically in bed with them, but we could be.
I kind of see what you mean. It is hard for me to
it's
imagine.
Just a big picture. I mean, it's just big picture. I mean, it's what the possibilities are. I mean, it could be a Trojan horse. I mean, it could not be. I mean, I agree with what the project does, but Stanford at the same time, they could come out tomorrow and say that cannabis cures cancer, and that it does.
Right. Yeah. I don't think Stanford is gonna do anything negative towards EverGreenCoin.
Well, you don't think so? I don't think so either, but it could happen.
My ancestors didn't think that this would be the land of tyranny. It was the land of tyranny. That's why they came here in 1900, but yet here I sit.
See, it's funny because when I think about how something like this could be co-opted or destroyed by association with an institution, it would be in a different scenario. It would be like, okay, Stanford is offered to with this much if we them in a certain way. Down the line, when they disagree with something we're doing, they say, hey, cut it out or we'll stop funding you. I can see that being a really destructive course.
Yeah, but they're not funding us. They're not funding us or anything.
Right.
There's no.
What if they offer us $1 million tomorrow? Would we take it?
They're not going to offer.
I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could.
No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't.
That would be an interesting discussion.
Right, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I agree. It's a good project, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see.
Right. And this is down the road. This is nothing that has happened or anything like that. This is just things that I'm just introducing that has been recent discussion between me and some other developers.
How about this? How about ask productive questions to move things along? So, D. Bowman, instance, Frost raises an interesting point. Are there conditions or circumstances under which you would support it?
It's not that I don't support it. I think we should be our own entity.
And we will be. We're not.
If we're going to be a nonprofit, we should be our own entity.
Yes, and we will be. That is the plan. Nothing has changed there. There's not even. I mean, there will be no document signed or anything between EverGreenCoin or Stanford. There will be really no direct connection. What we do will be. They honestly won't even care what we do. Just like they don't care what CureCoin does and what Folding Coin does.
Until it's $1,000 coin or $100 coin.
And they've already established they're in, and they're going to tell you how many tomatoes you want them. How many tomatoes they need? It's the tomatoes, man.
Honestly, I think it's everyone's decision. So
yeah, like I said, it's going to happen sooner or later. It is.
Yeah. So it's every individual or it's a collective. So if, it doesn't matter what individuals think. I think on the whole.
Correct. I mean, I'll go along either way, but I am just saying that this is the gate is open and this is where they're coming in. And don't say, "Oh my goodness, how did we get here?" When you turn around and you're like,
"We're not getting." All we're doing is asking the community to fold, and if they fold, we pay them. Just like if the Twitter campaign or the signature campaign, it's the same thing, just a different mechanism.
Can we do it maybe like a crowdfunding? Because you know where I sit on everything, on this whole thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm 100% in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to remain 100%.
No, and I appreciate you guys' concern and all that, but I mean, if you've seen what they've done to Folding Coin and CureCoin in the past 3 years, you would realize that Stanford does not care what happens with the Folding at Home project. In fact, the cryptocurrency world probably cares more about it than Stanford does. But they have the resources to make it happen.
Cool.
And they have been doing so. And in some ways you can say EverGreenCoin could be riding that coattail or something. But I mean, we're not making a decision on it today or nothing or anything like that. I have some other.
It's just seeds for you to think about, Steve. Really, I mean, because you can read the story, right? You can see it.
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm just
actually. I want to jump in here because I don't have a dog in this fight. But I am a scenario where Stanford could actually do damage. Because as Frost pointed out, they use the BGC, but they also can't control whatever EverGreenCoin does as a community, whether we leave or join the project or whatever. I don't really see the road there, unless they control funding for us or something like that. I don't really see the road where they gain any kind of control.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we're going into their ballpark, correct? So if we're going to their ballpark, then we're kind of on their fields, and I mean they have the publicity. They can destroy the coin. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they will. I'm not saying that they're going to. I'm saying that
what motive would Stanford have? What motive would Stanford have to do anything to an environmental coin? I'm telling you right now,
we don't know.
So we would be lucky. We would be lucky if Stanford even mentions the word EverGreenCoin, even if we're $1,000
that's where
a coin.
I disagree with you.
They don't care. Yeah. They don't care what a coin is worth.
Okay, well,
you know what? Really, who is Stanford, right? where does that money that runs that place come from? Who is Stanford?
Steve, I think it's worth thinking about. I mean, they raise interest. I don't see it as being terribly probable. It's very,
Well, we're leveling up, right? If we do that, we're leveling up. Every time we level up, we're on a different playing field. We're on Stanford's level. We're going to get attacked at Stanford level. You know what I mean? 5 years from now, we're a big project. We're something, everyone knows about. That's when the problems can happen. I'm not saying that it will happen or that it can happen. I'm just saying that, I don't know. I'm done. I'm talked out, I guess.
No, but when you turn around, what we're saying is that when you turn around and it's like, holy shit, you're here? And we're going to be like, well, yeah, we told you it isn't, you got to look to who's turning the profit, right? When it comes to that, where does that money come from? I know where that money comes from. You know where that money comes from, right? It doesn't come from those kids going to school there. It comes from this magic place called the Fed. They just print freaking money, right? That's what keeps that open. Who owns the Fed? Who do you want to be beholden to? Because that's how they'll get in. You'll turn around. It isn't Stanford at all. The University of Stanford, all the scientists, all the people that work there are wonderful people trying to do great things. It's the people that pay them, the people that make them dance. That's my concern.
Okay, well, I have some other coins that I can go ahead and do it with as a guinea pig and see how bad that Stanford bashes those coins.
Oh God, it's fucking ridiculous.
No, Steve, it isn't that, man. I get it. It's a great opportunity. I get it. But I'm just saying, beware ye who doesn't look to the other side of the room.
We're not giving Stanford anything.
We're not yet. It isn't about Stanford is the entity, right? It's a public education with a capital P.
okay. D. Bowman, I like that you guys are foresighted. It's looking that far ahead. What I would say, what I would suggest, if you want to be a little more persuasive here, is, like you guys have pointed out, it doesn't look like we're getting anywhere right now. So what I would do is, since we're not going to obviously reach a decision right this minute, is take some time and see if you guys can write this out in clear, concrete terms, purely terms, but an actual, path, what that looks like, what would happen. I mean, even if it's a hypothetical.
What hypothetically, what country do you live in, sir? Hypothetically,
yeah, we can't change none of that.
No, I know. I just need to know where to approach it from. That's all. That's all.
There's no misunderstanding, Frosty. You have the misunderstanding.
Yeah, Frosty, don't get frustrated, buddy. This is just a discussion, man. It's okay.
Yeah, Frosty, there's nothing happening. There's no hard fork. This has nothing to do with the blockchain. Yeah.
No.
Cool.
It has to do with the principle. With the principle.
Right.
Do you want to align yourself up with the snake, even though it's through a wonderful university? Do you want to line yourself up with the government?
It's not even the university. I mean, it's the cause. It is the cause that outshines everything, I think, here.
I know. I bet you. What's it?
Okay, wait. Now, Frosty says, I don't understand. No, he's saying he doesn't understand what.
He says he doesn't think I understand what you're saying. I do.
I think it does it pretty well, but disagree.
Yeah,
misunderstanding, Frost. Straight up disagreement.
And if we do this, Stanford's not even going to be aware that we're doing it unless we bring it to their attention, and that's if they even listen to us. This is not something that operates within Stanford's control by any means. I mean, they control what happens with the folding and the simulations, yes. And those are resources we cannot replace. Well, I mean, we could not do this on our own. I'm not sure how easy it would be to do on our own, even if it was $1,000 a coin.
Is that hat tomato flavored?
Nah, I hate tomatoes. I love you guys. I love you guys. I've been to the dark side in the underbelly, and I've seen it, and I scratched it, and I got away, and I'm still alive. I'm happy to be here, and I just want to make sure that you understand that it can get, because it can never happen here, right? That's all I'm saying.
Well, indeed, actually might be exactly the kind of story that would help to illuminate things here. Yeah, I think that if you can, how this would go down, then you might get your point across better.
Okay, here's my point. I just posted up the patent for the cure for cancer. So if there's a cure for cancer, why does Stanford need money for the cure for cancer?
Well, these are medicines for cancer and treatment.
There's a Gerson theory. There's all kinds of stuff. There's money in people being sick is the problem. There's not money in the cure. There's money in people being sick.
Yeah, when I first started talking about this, I said there was all kinds of things that I didn't necessarily like about what happens with the cure once it's found, or we find some new medicine. Because more than likely,
you know what they do? They
hold it hostage. To the best of my understanding, that's going to end up in. Excuse me, Mike?
Sorry, man. What they do is they hold you hostage and make you go to them to get it through a doctor, or they make it illegal for you to have it. That's what they do. I'm telling you. I dance to them. You see, I'm part of the VA system. That's my primary doctor that I go to. So when I go there for pain medicine, I really have to take an outside look, because do I really want to get hooked on opioids? And do I really want the government to be the person that puts me down? That's the decision I make every time I go to the VA. Do you understand?
Yeah,
that's the point.
I understand that.
Okay, and I apply that across my life because they're my handler, right? I'm their slave. They made me jump.
Right. Well.
Okay.
Right. Well. Yeah, this is not so much the cure. This is just testing medicine. What medicines will have a reaction on proteins or something.
I'm all about testing everything, dude. It's just affiliation through one thing or another. I don't give a crap if it's 12 things down. If the government is involved in anything, you multiply it by a negative and it becomes a negative. No matter how many things you cure, if you multiply it by government, it'll make it a negative because it's going to charge you for this shit. Everything you invested, you're going to have to buy back from the damn thing. That's my point. That's the game they'll play. That's the long play.
I don't think Stanford has a vested interest in curing cancer. They have a vested interest in making money.
And that could be the case. I'm not arguing that it's not.
So why do we deal with them then? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Well,
so why do we treat
I'll just be quiet
so why
for
do
now.
we treat people? Why don't we just give up and let them die?
Some of them. I mean, they're not. They're not curing people. They already can cure cancer.
That's not what we're discussing.
Yeah. I'm just done talking about it. Whatever. You guys, you go ahead and deal with them. I'll be here.
Well, this is down the road. So I guess today I just wanted to plant a seed for people to think about it. And this is down the road. This is nothing that's happening immediately, or this is nothing I've agreed to or anything like that. I do think it is a good idea, though. But I'm open.
I agree.
I'm open for reasons for why it's not a good idea.
I get it, man.
Okay, cool. So what else we got to talk about, guys? Let's change the topic.
Titties.
My wife's got the $1. My wife's got the $1 bills. We're gonna ride from here to the VFW on our bicycles. They have a beer after this one.
Steve, have you heard from Kat from Bufa Alvarius?
No, I saw she posted something on Facebook day before yesterday. But no, I have not heard from her now.
Okay, I've sent her. I sent her 2 emails too, and haven't heard back.
Oh.
And then same with Trevon Pulici. I don't know if any of you guys know him. You can find him to be great. He sent some pictures for the bounties for the Earth Day every day, and I sent him some emails asking his address and what kind of plants they were, but I haven't heard back from that guy either.
Yeah, and I saw those pictures, and they were very good pictures. So maybe I need to make a post in the Bitcoin Talk thread asking for. I mean, I didn't get all the dialogue of that conversation, Bo. I just got the pictures. I don't know if you know. Did he find us on Bitcoin
Well,
Talk?
He didn't send me any text, just the pictures to the EverGreenCoin email, and that was it.
Okay.
So I asked him if I could use the picture. That's why I haven't put him up. I would put him up, but he didn't confirm that I could use them. So it's
right.
Just been trying to get a hold of him.
Yeah, from a legal perspective, we need them to agree that they're giving us permission to use them, and we keep track of the transaction ID to show that they were paid for. So and that way we cover cover ourselves.
Who are you covering yourself from? That person?
From any legal liability of saying we used that picture without permission.
Okay.
These are the laws of
it's a case they come. Yeah.
We got to operate within just like the Android device. We got to operate within the confines of the environment.
That's the point that I'm trying to make, is that the environment you'll be operating in will be confined for you by aligning yourself with the government.
We're still talking. I thought we were done.
We are not aligning with the government.
I love you. Hang on.
I love you too. I don't want him to be done with that conversation, but for today we should be.
All right, I'm sorry.
Sorry, you thought it was over. And he came out of left field and bam!
That was a softball, man. That was a softball.
That was a curveball.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah, so yes, to everyone watching, we do, if you can take a picture of yourself with the plant, any gardening or anything you're doing with an EverGreenCoin logo in the picture, you can simply print out a picture of the EverGreenCoin logo or put the EverGreenCoin logo on someone else's phone while you're taking the picture. Any of that's fine.
Well, you guys don't own the EGC logo?
Yeah, I'm sure we all have the logo. So we're paying bounties for people taking pictures of any of that being done, and information about that.
Maybe I can help. Yeah, maybe I can help here with copyright stuff. What exact? You guys do own the EGC logo, and you're asking people to take pictures of the logo?
We're asking them to take pictures of the logo while they're doing some tree planting or gardening.
I have the bounties page up if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
There's the bounties for Earth Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so all you really need is a release from the person who contributes the picture, or even, put in here in the terms that the
Right.
picture and receiving the bounty, they turn over ownership of the photograph.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, here, limits may be restricted to 1 bounty per household per month. Members that submit media allow evergreen.org to share it on this website.
I would replace the word "this" with something a little less restrictive to use, so
Okay.
that you can use the picture elsewhere. But that's it.
Just change website. I'll just cut out on this website and just change. Okay, cool. I'll do that.
That's it. Share it, use it, whatever. Just give yourself a little more room.
All right.
But I mean, that's good right there. You're covered. You're good.
Yeah, I just want to make I just want to be cautious, of course. I mean,
Yeah, and then whatever you pay out the bounty, whatever you can pay out the bounty, you can always include something in an email. By collecting this bounty with these terms, which is EGC gets to use the picture for whatever they want.
yes. But
Right.
let's see. Someone asked in the Bitcoin Talk thread a week ago or so if they could just edit the logo in, and we don't want to accept that because then anyone could download any video from the internet and just edit in a logo, and so it has to be a physical logo represented within the video or the picture that you're trying to get paid the bounty for.
Authenticity, not Photoshop.
Yeah, not Photoshop, exactly.
Maybe it's
Brooks,
maybe it's Maybelline.
let me get your opinion on. I have a disclaimer on the cannabis one too. Let me know what you think, Brooks. It says disclaimer: this information presented here is for information purposes only. The information does not represent medical or legal advice.
Sounds good.
Okay. Good. All right.
Awesome.
Although it is kind of. Use your judgment.
It's information. You can use your information however you want to use it. Right. Let's see. What else have we got here, guys?
I'm trying to look at last week's stuff.
Yeah.
We still have Flynn on hold.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
I gotta
What do we have?
I gotta get you 5 more coin for that because I had that's what got donated, like five coin total toward the Flint, about the 500 I give. You know what I mean? So I'll send it to the. You want it sent to you, Bo, or you, Steve, for the stuff people donated to me?
For what, Flint? For
Because because I started it off and I gave you the 500 coin off the bat, right? Then I put on my website, on my blog, if people donated toward me either Bitcoin or PayPal or EGC, the 90% of it was going to go toward that Flint water. And it was from Memorial Day to the 4th of July because I'm a patriotic dumbass. And I got about 5 EGC total. I'll do the math again, but I'm sure it's about 5.
Okay. Yeah. I put in the group text. I put the address.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but it's not significant. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wish it was more.
Every drop counts. Every drop counts. So that's great. I appreciate you doing that, Mike. Every drop counts, man. So.
Was that the sound of EGC being dropped in a tip jar?
No. That was actually a screw falling off of a grinder onto a table.
House is good laps around him. But his beard shall remain.
The beard shall remain. Not really, man. It comes off weird times. Get a haircut.
Oh, it's fake?
You get a haircut every 3 years. They're not though. That looks fake, does it? Oh, that's good, man.
I can see the glue strips. Let me feel it, buddy.
Yeah, all right, man. Bet. If you look over here, I'm not going to do it like that, man. No, this is being recorded.
Mr. I can grow facial hair. Screw you.
Steve's like, yeah, me too. Ha.
Yeah, right.
Thanks. Et tu, beauté? Showing off at you, Steve.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I said,
Huh? What? Huh? I don't know what, Bowman. What?
I said, as far as what do we need to have done by next week? I want to do some tweets for each of the crowd funds we made and a new, at least so people can see the bounties page. Get some of those tweets out there.
How about this, Bo? How about this? We you and I get a list of these tweets that we want, and we can go ahead and make the I guess second week of the Twitter campaign.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yep. And we did it. Yeah.
And the people that participated in the Twitter campaign, and anyone that does participate in the signature campaign, they will also be entered into the drawing, the raffle drawing for the EverGreenCoin T-shirt at the end of the month also.
Okay.
So maybe I need to add that to the Bitcoin Talk signature campaign original post. And I'll do so tonight when Frosty and I are going to work on that for sometime tonight and revamp the rules a little bit, basically just increasing the payout amount. Okay, well, I think we've touched on everything. I guess the biggest announcement would be the gold claim. But Bo's still working on the details of that, and so them will be coming. And you know, possibly some involvement with folding at home, but not surrendering no privileges or nothing. We're not giving up our rights to Stanford or anything, but so I guess those are the two.
What do you think about it, Kyle? Kyle, I know you're deep in that stuff. What do you think?
I'm kind of reserving my vocality in regard to this till I can think about it some more.
Sure, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you.
My initial thoughts are, it seems like there's nothing wrong with being associated with another cause coin. The more the merrier, the bigger stuff you get, you know. But I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I can tell you.
I know you think a lot, so yeah, it's good. Well, actually, so.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can also tell you, many of the Cure Coin community and many of the Folding Coin community, they do hold EverGreenCoin as well too. So.
And a note for DeCarlo there, you might want to include Patriots Day, which is like the third Monday in April, to widen your parameters for that stuff. You know, Patriots Day to 4th of July. You get extra that way.
No, I get it, buddy. I've been up in Groton before. It's been a couple of years. Familiar with that neck of the woods?
It's one of my favorite
With the whole Stanford thing.
unknown holidays.
Yeah. Fall on your sword day.
Yeah, Steve, with the whole Stanford thing, man, I really think that you should hold out for more money.
Yeah, no one's paying us. No one pays.
Well, that's
Stanford's-
the problem.
Right. Well.
Well, tell them to double that.
Yeah. Yeah, we want double, right?
That's right. That's right. It's not about the money, is it?
It's not. It's about the beast.
That's right.
The Rock said it's always about the money.
No,
Don't you
man.
like-
You're good, bro.
I like money.
I hear you're running for president, man.
Who is?
The Rock is. Yeah, I think he mentioned that a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Let me double check. It might have been bullshit, but let me check. I'm pretty sure he said he's considering running.
He should run.
Him and Trump can have that's how we'll vote for next president. They can get in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Too bad the mayor stuff in the town here wasn't in the same cycle. I'd run for mayor, be Trump against The Rock, and then I could be DiCarlo for mayor. I'll be the referee.
What
You guys
next?
ever think they'll come up with a DLT, decentralized ledger technology stuff to count the votes someday here?
I do.
That would have too much liberty.
Yeah, they're probably afraid of that, I imagine.
Yeah, you need a central tyrannical government to make sure you count every single vote.
If you have a direct democracy, people will have an interest in what happens to them.
I think that would be really interesting. The blockchain has huge implications for data integrity, and voter data is one of the critical things that could be protected that way.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I think they're afraid of losing control by having that happen. But that's my tinfoil hat stuff going on there.
You brought in the C word.
C word?
Control.
Control?
Yeah.
I missed it. I'm just talking. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just talking.
Mike's a control freak.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got my theories. You know, follow the money type stuff, and people who are in control, they're there for a reason. They gravitate towards it.
Right.
That's kind of
You
my
can be a
feeling as
prophet.
well.
You can be a prophet if you follow the prophet.
I am
Yeah, and
far
that's what I
less.
would love to see. This DLT stuff happen across the board and higher government stuff. But I don't think they're going to want that to happen.
Right.
It's too much power back to the people. Yeah, at least the knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
With knowledge, you can make decisions. You can change things. You can deal with the situation. People are just sheeple right now that do what they do. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
With in that vein of government following the money of government than I am of financial institutions. And partly because they're playing a good role, a significant role in controlling government. But what was it? Botch this quote, but I've got the intent correct. I think it was Rothschild who said, and I don't care whom you are.
That's right.
We may have heard that time or two.
Give me the control of a nation's money, and I care not who creates the laws.
Thank you. You got it.
But I mean, that's why we created cryptocurrency, right? So we could get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Satoshi's idea. The only problem is that now we've got it's always positive news for a lot of crypto enthusiasts that with blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, Ripple, Bitcoin, blah blah blah, but they're playing with it the way we'd like to play with it. No, they're not going to implement it in a way that's good for everybody. They're going to implement it in a way that's good for them. We don't want a fucking blockchain. We want a blockchain you can edit.
All right.
Right.
Right. Because they've got to be able to turn the table so at the end of it, you're working to make something instead of just enjoying life in being. You got to have that option, man. That's just an option. You don't have to do it, but having that option is pretty damn powerful.
I think me and Mike are the way we are is because they fucked us over pretty good. We know what they're capable of.
Yeah, no one's, and I don't think anyone's disagreeing with your guys' stance at all. I mean, we see it, we understand it.
So I'm guessing Bowman's a vet too, then, huh?
Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm out of camera, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
Taking a walk off. Welcome back, Stephen's Face.
Yep. Yeah, sorry, I've been turning my video
High
on.
res.
I got poison ivy, so I'm sitting there just spraying poison ivy stuff on my arm. So I keep on turning off the video.
Mm.
And it sucks because I got no place I can put my arm.
Can I give you like a real weird alternative view of sort of maybe where Bowman was going? What's this cancer thing? Right?
I'm off camera, but I'm listening. I'm smoking over here.
I understand. I have a medical cannabis card, right? I'm a medical cannabis card holder. As I mentioned, or as you deduce, sir, yes, I am a veteran. I retired from the Navy after 20 years. I was a submariner, okay? I have a medical cannabis club, right? So I have to pay $300 a year just for the opportunity to go to the state to say, hey, give me these drugs that are not opioids and pay dearly through the nose. Not really. 35 bucks an eighth isn't that bad.
Oh, wow.
But the very thing that I should be able to grow that shit in my backyard, right next to the eggplant, squash, and peppers,
Right.
and it's considered legal. This is about control. You understand what I'm saying? I have no problems being controlled or recorded smoking this. I paid the tax in order to have the opportunity to do so by permission.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, so what are you proposing?
I'm not proposing anything. I'm just saying I gotta do in order to not be strung out on oxy.
Okay.
I in order to maybe extend my life a little bit and milk the system, because you know after 20 years you get half of that for the rest of your life, right? Because that seems like a lot of money. And then by the time everything comes around to you're retired, they demonetize the shit out of the dollar, and your pension, which it's substantial, but is it really enough? Well, yeah, I fucking make it be enough, but some of your best and brightest are being created into these monsters that I've become, that we learn how to tame each other, right? Tame ourselves. But you're sending them away to these made up freaking places, or to these places where there are wonderful people who deserve to breathe and enjoy life and freaking eat and trade with whoever the fuck they want to, because it's called liberty, right? And you're sending your sons and daughters over there, and because these people are making shit up, and they're going over there and killing your best and brightest, and you don't give a shit, because it turns a profit for everything else. That's part of this environmental thing, man. Right. Make value out of something else other than somebody else's freaking back and labor. And when you step back, man, I vomit sometimes when I think about this shit that I freaking did. And the soul, I just want my soul back, man. And I found out that I got it. I still have it. And man, I got some repenting to do. That's why I'm so cautious with us aligning with it. That's why. It doesn't care about me. It'd rather me overdose on fucking opioids. I got big news for you, folks. 22 veterans a day. 22 veterans a day is nothing but a fuck reflection of your society. The military is nothing but a reflection of this American society. And you got to look broader. Step back from the plate. Just for a little bit. Quit feeding. It'll come to you. Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Love you guys.
Okay, well, on that note, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, sorry about that. I started talking
No, you're
close.
fine. No, you're fine. You're fine, Mike. You're fine. Just everyone. Some people. I get complaints about the length of the video, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
I enjoy
I'm-
hanging
you
out.
know
I
that.
enjoy hanging out with you guys, and I enjoy the opinions and the input I do get from you guys. So don't take it the wrong way, but I do want to try to keep the recording short, and we're inching on 2 hours now, I think. So let's if there's nothing else in regards to EverGreenCoin specifically, we can go ahead and wrap up this community meeting until next weekend, every Saturday, 1700 GMT. Everyone's welcome. So, and if you need me in between that time, I'm very easy to track down. I'm usually around here. So, yeah, this is recorded for people that can't attend. It's kind of just an update for everyone. But as Bo and I were discussing, we're gonna make private meetings throughout the week so that some of that doesn't have to spill into the public meeting.
Is this a good time to revoke my to record this and not allow you to use my likeness? That way I can do a DMCA takedown on your video.
Right.
Yes, word games.
We're not using your likeness. We're using Darth's likeness.
Shit. All right, later, guys. It was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah,
All right,
thanks,
Brooks, you
thanks,
too, man.
Brooks.
Thanks for coming.
Brooks. See you around, man. Okay, and for those that don't know, he's usually just on IRC. He's not in the Slack or the Skype group or nothing, but he's usually in IRC. Okay.
I can
Nothing else, anyone?
home for a while out of privacy concerns and such. But that's a whole other gripe. Hashtag Skype fucking sucks. But yeah, probably show up. Might have to get in the Slack too, I guess, so I can flip with you guys.
All right, see ya.
Take care.
See you, Brooks.
Later, guys. I love y'all.
All right, let's
All right,
wrap this
Mike.
up, guys. See y'all later. Take care.
All right.
Later,
I'll see you guys in
Kyle.
Slack.
Thanks,
Later.
Kyle. Thanks,
Later.
Frosty. See you guys.